day 15 of 30 of going live every day. Officially at the halfway point. What I am finding so interesting is obviously I know that time moves forward, whether you want it to or not. And had I not made this choice to go live every day and challenge myself to do something different, the 15 days would have passed anyway, you know? And so it's cool to observe myself, say that I'm going to do something, and follow through with doing it. Ooh, I'm going to sneeze. Maybe not. Man, it is well, I'll show you. Oh, man. I wish y'all could see. I think I need new windshield wipers. Either I need new windshield wipers or it has to do with, I guess it's a little bit more clear for you all there. But yeah, it is a gloomy day today. Which is okay. We're getting into winter, you know what I mean? In another month or so. So, I personally, it's Saturday for me right now, and it's about 3:30. Hey, Zombie Parks. Hey, if you want to call me, what was it, Spiritual Figgy, I think? Please feel free to. You have my permission. I'm on my way to work right now. I feel like I said this earlier this week. I don't really want to go. But obviously I'm going to go. And hope that it goes by smoothly. And I have really nice customers tonight. And before I know it, I'm off. That's how my night is going to go. Man, I know. I'm working towards, I'm building something different for myself outside of work. So I have gratitude knowing that this allows me to be creative here. So gratitude, you know. I love that. I never had any brothers. I grew up with an older sister and a younger sister. So I've always fantasized about what it would be like to actually have a brother. Partially because I didn't have the best male role model growing up, and you know, it just makes me wonder what that relationship could have done for me in relation to like trusting men in a different way. So, hi, Aligning Star. Hi, Barbara. I am just driving to work. I made every day simply to get over the fear of going live. I used to get really nervous, and I would allow the inner critic to be way louder than my soul's seeking of expression. And so I said to myself, you know what? Month of November, go live every day, solely with the intention of getting really comfortable going live. And I do want to just apologize in advance to everybody, because right now I'm driving on a road where I'm going like 35 miles an hour. So peeking over here and looking at the screen, I feel more comfortable doing, but I'm about ready to get onto the interstate. So I don't apologize for keeping myself safe, but I want to give an explanation to you if I am not responding to the messages. But anyways, Barbara, I'm on my way to work, and I am taking you all on that journey with me to work. So I had 3 brothers growing up. Oh, wow. Wow, so you have a lot of siblings. That would be, is there 6 of you then, if I'm understanding? Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is, man, I realized only today, because I tried to, at the beginning of this live, and I'm going to show you, but I need new windshield wipers, and so you can kind of see what the weather is like where I am. It's a gloomy day. I live in the Pacific Northwest, so, and not all of the Pacific Northwest is like this, but where I live in Western Washington, this is exactly what it looks like for me. Right now, anyway. I always daydreamed when I was younger about having a large family. I never really wanted kids, but I daydreamed about having a big family. And I'm pretty sure, this is, by the way, one of my favorite parts of the drive. I fucking love, y'all can't really see, I love this bridge, this drawbridge that I drive over. It's like one of my favorite things. But I never really wanted kids, but I daydreamed about a big family. And looking back at it today, it's probably because I grew up with a dysfunctional family, and I was trying to create safety and love for myself. And I thought to myself, I'll just build my own family if the family that I have isn't working for me. But I'm 40. I turned 40 this year, and do not have children, and also have no desire to have children at this present moment. So, yeah, 6 of you. Wow, that's wild. I think that would be really cool. The only perspective that I would have of that would be movies, maybe, but also the town that I grew up in had a very high Mormon or Latter-day Saints population. So there were a lot of families who had a lot of kids. But I didn't necessarily hang out with them, so. Oh my gosh. It's the dysfunctional family thing. Sometimes it's like, I'm so grateful though, like looking back, when I started to see the dysfunction of my family, it was really painful at the time, because I had to make some choices associated to who I wanted to keep in my life and who I didn't. And not only that, I started to take inventory of different behaviors that I had allowed in my life. And I was really mad at them for a really long time. My mom, my dad, step-parents, all of them. And then I realized, like, had they not been themselves, I wouldn't be myself today. Like, literally everything that has happened to me happened for me. And so, but a lot of people, I don't know, nobody gets out of childhood unscathed, I'll tell you that much. Even if you had like the best mother in the world, there was definitely a time in your life where, I don't know, she had to hold your brother instead of you, or you needed a hug from dad and he was too preoccupied with the TV or whatever. Doesn't necessarily there was malice intended there, it's just you didn't get what you needed in the moment. But the beautiful thing is literally that is what we come here to heal and to experience. So we're not able to experience that from the spirit world. So we incarnate here as a human to do so. That's what I know today anyway. Do other people that are on the live have winter? Do you need to get over, buddy? Your blinker's on. You do. And if they do, does it look like this? Because I know that people watch from all over the world. And I love learning about people and where they're from. So. The zombie parks, the things I could say. Yeah. Something else that I have freedom in knowing, though, is that also I play the villain in somebody's story. There is someone, it's impossible for me not to have, just simply by existing, that I play the villain in somebody's story. And when I look back at the villains in my life, they are the ones that have taught me the most about myself. They're honestly the ones, it's like if you had somebody that was just super nice in your life, that's beautiful and that's a gift, but the villains in your life really teach you about yourself in whatever capacity that is. And by knowing that you can't control how anybody perceives you, being a people pleaser, or however you may abandon yourself, it's not going to change the fact that people are going to form opinions of you based off of their own experience. So be yourself and know that sometimes in life as a human, you're going to fuck up. But have freedom in knowing that whatever you do, you can always fix. Life, you know, I heard this recently. It was like the person was talking about, excuse me, that she doesn't worry about making a mistake because she knows that she can always fix it. And I thought to myself, wow, I know that I can always fix it too. So be fearless. Don't allow fear to keep you trapped, and know that if you make a mistake, you can always fix it. So, oh dude, normally I would read the chat messages aloud back, but I did see your message, Zombie Parks, and yeah, it's the black sheep is what I would call that. You were the black sheep in the family. I was definitely too. I've always, even when I was younger, the joke in the family was like that I was going to be a lawyer. Because it was like there was always some sort of questioning about the experience that I was having and why it needed to happen. And just, I challenged authority. Free thinking, if you will, versus just taking on it, the information that was given to you. But man, there were a lot of years I was blind to the influences that my family had on me as well. Just absolutely blind. And I'm sure people that are listening in this live can agree that there was some time in their life where they were in a relationship with someone, and one day it's almost like the person, they were who they were the whole time, but for the first time you could actually see who they were. And it's almost like, for me, I've experienced that quite a few times, and it's a very almost uncomfortable feeling, because it's like suddenly there's like a different person in the room. Even though they were the same the whole time, you're just seeing them for who they truly were. So, and that's what I would call awakening and awareness. Yeah, oh, of course. And so my mom has her master's in counseling. I think it's actually social work, to be more specific. And something that I did, I don't do anymore, but I didn't know that I did it until I realized, is I assigned knowledge with education. That somehow, if you were educated, that you had some level of knowledge. And education and knowledge do not go hand in hand. And so there was just a lot of manipulation because I assigned her so many traits because of her social work. So, you know, social workers are supposed to be compassionate and empathetic and loving. And even that's a skewed view. Who's to say what a social worker's, you know, personality is supposed to be like? But let me just tell you, just because somebody does a job doesn't mean they actually are that person. But how that relates is, I've done so much work on myself, and me really curious about who I am and why I do certain things. And part of that ownership is also apologizing for certain behaviors, or just taking ownership around your involvement in different things. And my parents never had the capacity to say I'm sorry or take ownership of their behavior, words, actions in any given situation. It was always my fault. Yeah, so it's like very hypocritical, right? Pot calling the kettle black, do as I say, not as I do, type of behavior. And when that happens, you lose respect for your parents. But I heard a quote about the role of a parent, and it goes something like, first they started out as your heroes, then you saw the error of their ways, but in the end, it ends with, forgiveness, full circle, in the sense of understanding that they are who they are. They were who they were in the moment. I'm sure it's said somewhere much more eloquently. And thankfully, I'm at a point where I have forgiveness to my family. It doesn't mean that I necessarily want to intertwine them into my life, but I do have gratitude for them because I am alive. I would not be alive if it weren't for them. And not even just the sense of birthing me, but they housed me, they fed me, they did raise me. I wasn't abandoned. I might have emotionally felt abandoned by my father after my parents' divorce, but I just have a lot of gratitude to them, and I'm able to see that they're wounded just as much as I was. I just decided to do something about it because I didn't like myself. I didn't like the way that I was showing up in the world, and my relationships all fucking sucked. Every single one of my relationships was like, they weren't fulfilling. And my entire identity was my job at the time. Everything that I did was for my job. I had no life. And so one day I decided that just wasn't going to work for me anymore, and started learning about myself and why I do certain things. I would encourage everybody to learn about themselves. It's literally the privilege of a lifetime, is to learn who you truly are. So, one of yours, yeah. It seems like in dysfunctional families, there's definitely more of a protagonist or antagonist, one that is more influential on your imprinting. For myself, it was my mother. For certainly. And again, I have utmost gratitude because who I am today, who I love unconditionally. And there's moments where I judge myself, or I can find myself allowing my ego to go for a little bit of a journey and start to play stories about self-doubt or something. But on the whole, consciously, I know that I am loved simply because it is true, and so are you. We're all secretly related, Zombie Parks. That's the thing. If we can remember that we're all connected, I or me, that's something else that I realized is like, I used to judge people off of their choices, right? And we all do it. Like, God, why is that person dating that person? Or why did they make that decision? Or that's just going to end terribly. And here's the thing. If I were you, I would be you. In every sense of the word you. Every choice you have made, I would have made the exact same ones if I were you. In the same sense that if you were me, every choice that I have made, you would have made the same. Yet somehow we play God almost, in the sense of judging others for the choices that they make, when in reality, you would make the same ones if you were that person. Abdul, hello, good morning. Man, I wish it was morning. It's evening time for me. I'm just getting ready to head into work. It's gonna be a great night. It's gonna be a great night. Woo, 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 woo. Psych myself up. Woo! I haven't reached my full potential yet. Neither have I. Shit. Neither have I. And how exciting is that, though, to look forward to this version of yourself that you haven't met yet? I think that's phenomenal. I look back at these different chapters of my life and I'm like, holy shit. Like, I was an completely different person than I am today. And I'm sure it's not completely. But from my perspective, how I view the world is significantly different than how I viewed it many moons ago. You can't control who you are to other people. So you are exactly who they think you are. I am exactly who they think I am. There's no changing that. So being yourself and being really comfortable with yourself is a recipe to finding inner joy and happiness. The more you can love yourself, be comfortable with yourself, appreciate yourself, the more that you can, provide the same for others. How do I say that? I'll eat layer. Is that how I say it? I appreciate it. Thank you. I see myself being more misunderstood, maybe being more mean on the outside, but really just been hurt too many times. I can imagine. For starters, think about the courage that takes to even say, the level of vulnerability that takes to even say. I don't know too many people, because that's vulnerable, right? So that could potentially show weakness. But in reality, to me, what you're saying and sharing is the opposite. To me, it is a sign of strength. I made a YouTube video probably like a year ago on your superpowers, and that if you want to know what your superpower is, look at what people picked on you for when you were little. Because for me, for example, mine was, you're too sensitive. I was too sensitive. I doubt that my sensitivity is my superpower. It's a way in which I'm able to connect with people. And so one way, if you want to know what your gifts are in life, look at what were struggles for you as a child, whether you just struggled with them internally, or if you externally people picked on you for certain things. Zombie Parks. I mean, my vulnerability has been taken advantage of too many times. Okay. Well, that's okay too. Abdul, for you, there is no place free from criticism. Even if you stand in the garden, the flowers will despair because they will wilt before your beautiful light. Man, Abdul, amen to that. Exactly. So why not show up as yourself at a very minimum? Because no matter who you are, simply by existing, you will offend others. Think about it, just simply by existing, you will offend others. So I love you all. I'm not at work, but I did have to stop by and pick something up before work. So, oh, dude, I got to show you. We got a little passenger princess here. Can you see? There's a little dog there. That's cute. All right. It makes me want to shut myself away, then come out eventually as someone no one recognizes. If you want, dude, I've done that. 2020, I shaved my head in 2020. I literally wanted to start over new. So I shaved my head, and that lasted for about 6 months. I changed my phone number, and I told no one. I went almost 6 weeks of my life, and I had to talk to a soul until one day I had a girlfriend show up. She's like, hey girl, just checking on you. Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm okay. I'm just going inside and I'm trying to figure out who the fuck I am. Do it then, Zombie Parks. Do it. You have free will. Abdul, that's the explanation. Why, as an angel, your wings are hidden. The reason is clear. If you fly into the sky, the moon will be angry because you will no longer be the most beautiful in space. Oh, that's like freaking poetry. That's so beautiful and so true. Yeah, man. And obviously, Abdul, you have a gift with words. So, Zombie Parks, you are the best as well. Omar Quintero, what's for dinner? I don't know. I'm going to probably get dinner when I get to work. I wait tables on the weekends. I do got to go. I've got to get to work here in like 10 minutes, but I had to stop somewhere on the way. I had to stop at the cannabis store. So I'm at the cannabis store. I'm going to go get a joint so that I have it for when I get off of work this evening. It is legal where I live. So I love you all. I'm going to be going live every day this month. Follow me on this journey as I discover what my YouTube channel is going to be about. And, you know, as you see this evolution of myself and yourself. True love is what happens. Then there is no safe place for you except in my heart. Stay. The secret of your existence is perfectly safe. That's beautiful. Zombie Parks, we'll see you later. Omar, thank you so much. I will enjoy the joint. Indian's waking up soon now. Man, I'm gonna go to India one of these days. I fucking love India. I've never been. Where I live is where Microsoft is. Like I used to live in the city right next to Microsoft. And I'm not saying that everybody that works at Microsoft is Indian, but there is a high Indian population. And I just, you know, I can speak English. English is like the language of India, albeit I think there's like 28 languages spoken there. But I have this dream to go to like Kashmir. There's like these lavender fields I want to see. I want to go to India. So I will go to India in my lifetime. All right. Mwah. I love you all. Bye-bye.